also has roots. Bloody gnomes. We need to find where they burrowed themselves up. You an adventurer? Looking to pad your purse? Find their foxhole, bring me their chief's head. The fist will reward you well.
Vous voudriez que je vous apporte sa tête? C'est un peu radical, non?
You'll change your mind once they kill innocent citizens. The only language they'll understand is that of intimidating violence.
C'est plutôt un travail pour le point inflammé, non?
I agree. But we can't leave our post. Not with all the patriarchs meeting in Worm's Rock for the coronation. You've the right look. Solid bones. Steady face. The kind that cleans up vermin for pay.
Je refuse.
Then you're no friend of the fist. No matter. I'll find someone else. Most folks around here will do almost anything. You pay them enough.
Alors comme ça, les gnomes sont recherchés. Faudrait que je les retrouve avant que le point inflammé leur mette la main dessus.
Small ones. They're heading towards that cave.
Étonnamment petites ces traces de pas.
The boss is expecting you. Hasn't forgotten what you did for him at Moonrise.
You look different when you're not trying to talk someone down from igniting a barrel of rune powder. Chuck your questions at Wulbrun. That's his job. I can make time for chatter after you know what's what.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to the city. Regretting it yet? I spent a lot of time thinking of worst-case scenarios while I was locked in that cell you plucked me out of at Moonrise. I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled out the red carpet for the new tyrant. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you, I hope.
Gortash est un homme mort. J'ai mes propres raisons de vouloir l'éliminer.
As long as our objective is the same, the reason doesn't matter to me. We have a common enemy. But neither of us gets what we want until we deal with our biggest obstacle. The Steel Watch, they're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child in this city. They act all civilized, servants of the people, but they only serve one man. When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Laws will change, freedoms will vanish, and soon you'll be accused and sentenced before you've even committed a crime. And the fucking Gondians are to blame for all of it.
Pourquoi rejeter la faute sur les Gondiens?
They invented the Steel Watchers, and they're building an army of them. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in peace. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given the chance. And now they'll kiss Gortash's ring while this city screams. I had a plan to put a stop to them. But the way things are now, if we stick our heads above ground, the Watchers are on us like flies on shit.
Et quel est ce plan?
Same as it always is. Eliminate the threat. In this case, the foundry where these atrocities are produced. The Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's nothing they can build that the Iron Hands can't tear down. I've built something unique for just that purpose. A rune powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower. Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility, and boom. Problem solved.
Wulbren, please. This is too far. Everyone in the foundry would be killed.
Quiet, Barkus. The adults are talking.
Peut-être que les Gondiens sont des victimes, mais non des oppresseurs.
The Gondians picked their side the minute they took orders from Gortash. If they had any courage, they'd have refused him and died like heroes, spitting in his face. Now they'll die like the dogs they are.
Je vais tenter d'entrer en contact avec les Gondiens. Peut-être sera-t-il possible de leur faire entendre raison.
That's what I've been saying. There may yet be a peaceful solution.
Fine. You want to try flapping your gums in the belly of the beast, be my guest. But their idea of diplomacy is a steel fist shoved where the sun don't shine. So take the bomb. Just in case I'm right and you're wrong.
D'accord, je veux bien la prendre, mais je ne m'en servirai qu'en dernier recours.
As long as you see sense, I don't care when you see it. The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Beautiful building, belching smoke into the sky day and night. Getting inside won't be easy, but when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level. The streets will be clear of Watchers in no time.
A rune powder bomb? Ah, what the devil has he become?
Cette affaire est plus complexe qu'elle en a l'air.
You'll hear no argument on that score. But using rune powder on the Gondians? They are inventors, just like us. They're snickety and self-important too. But we all have our moment. Something is wrong, very wrong. Please, speak to them before you do anything. They deserve a chance to plead their case before being blown to pieces, don't you think?
Très bien, je vais aller leur parler.
That's all I ask. Questions first, violence later. And only if absolutely necessary.
Launch of the Society of Brilliance.
La Société des Érudits?
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service.
Je n'avais jamais entendu parler de la Société des Érudits.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zirkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No cell morphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Je me demande si Blurg et Obelum sont là.
Ah, a surface dweller. You find yourself in the cradle of all knowledge relating to the Underdark. The Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you?
J'ai fait la connaissance de deux de vos chercheurs dans les tréfonds obscurs, Blurg et Omelum.
A wonderful research partnership. I'm sure you'll agree. They are upstairs if you wish to share any theories with them.
D'ailleurs, j'ai aussi rencontré une femme qui affirmait travailler pour vous. Elle cherchait un œuf de Githyanki.
Yes, dear Lady Esther, one of our most reliable contractors. Though unfortunately, this particular request was too much even for her. I don't suppose you've stumbled across any Githyanki eggs during your travels. The Society will compensate you for any we purchase, of course.
Don't you dare consider it.
Qu'allez-vous en faire?
Study it, of course. The Githyanki have been a source of great debate in the Society circles in recent months. You are no doubt aware that citizens of the Underdark are held in great suspicion by those who live above ground. Many believe us to be evil. The Githyanki face similar prejudice, but I believe if hatched in a less violent, more intellectually stimulating environment, the child can overcome its evil predispositions.
Et à quoi ressemble-t-il cet environnement riche en stimulation intellectuelle?
In the literal sense, I will need to induce the egg to hatch via the application of certain currents to the creature inside. Once out of the shell, I plan to take a twofold approach. The enforced repetition of sound, moral principle from the Paterian Code, alongside a series of psionic pulses administered to the cerebral tissue. Assuming I can accelerate its growth, I should have conclusive findings within a year or two at the most.
Vous comptez donc torturer un enfant pendant toute une année?
The child will be a better individual after my treatment than it ever would have been had it been raised in its natural environment. Any suffering it endures will therefore be worth it. For the child, perhaps for the whole of civilized society. My findings could change the perception of Githyanki and the peoples of the Underdark for generations to come.
Une quête futile si vous voulez mon avis. Je ne vois pas comment une expérience si insignifiante pourrait faire basculer l'opinion publique.
Not at first. But if the experiment proves successful, it must be repeated. Only then will we know if the findings are to be trusted. Now, I'm eager to get started. So will you sell me the egg?
A Gith hatchling is not a lab rat. This Skaketh should be bled dry for the mere suggestion.
Ce que vous envisagez est de la barbarie pure et dure. Je ne vous laisserai jamais avoir cet œuf.
Then I will source another subject, and the experiment will be completed without your involvement. Progress may be delayed, but I assure you, it can never be stopped.
Is something burdening you?
Vous croyez que l'œuf va bien?
The air grows ever warmer, the hum of life within it louder. It may yet hatch, though not soon by my estimation. In its heat lives stimulation, and in its throbbing, exhilaration. An effigy of Githyanki future, incubated inside a fragile shell.
Vous êtes en train de vous y attacher? Faut-il que je commence à vous appeler Maman Laezel?
Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my blade as a spit. But it is true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from the Lich Queen's zealots. Whatever may come, I will not let Vlaakith poison the fledgling with lies.
My surface-dwelling friend, how long has it been? I am glad to see you well. I see your tadpole remains in its state of suspension. Your case has set us on quite the detour from our planned expedition work. We've thought about very little else.
J'ai développé une certaine expertise en ce qui concerne ma larve depuis notre dernière rencontre.
You have? I would love to hear your conclusions, but it would not feel right to do so without my research partner. After observing the nature of your tadpole's stasis, we felt it wise to report back to the Society. Omeloum went out into the city to seek out further undeveloped infections like yours, but I have heard nothing since. I admit, I'm somewhat concerned. We are usually sticklers for updating one another on our progress.
Je pourrais retrouver Omeloum? Quelle était sa destination?
Omeloum believed the answer to this riddle lay within the city walls, and held some connection to the cult of the Absolute. I had the distinct impression it was intentionally keeping its hypothesis from me, as though even the theory would be enough to put me in danger. Why that would be, I can only theorize myself. It is rather outside my area of expertise. Omeloum is most likely safe and well, and simply absorbed in its work. However, it would put my mind at rest to confirm it if you happen across its path.
Je vais y aller pour voir si je parviens à retrouver la trace d'Omeloum.
Of course, I should get back to my research.
Citizen, you are being accompanied by a malfunctioning steel watcher. Please stand back.
I think you have the wrong hunk of metal.
False. Report your purpose, steel watcher. Why are you following these citizens unbidden? I understand your malfunction. Your unit is a highly outdated model. The Ragnak's casement protecting your metallurgized iced valves is burning well outside the recommended temperature. Please report to the Steelwatch Foundry for dismantling.
Ce grille-pain ambulant vous prend pour l'une des leurs, Carlache. Vous pouvez m'expliquer pourquoi?
Not sure. Maybe whatever keeps them going is similar to my tin can. Turns out I'm the fucking prototype for these things. I'll dismantle every single one of them.
Any threat to the Steelwatch is a threat to Lord Gortash himself. Please report to the Steelwatch Foundry for immediate dismantling.
Ça rejoint ce qu'a dit Damon. Vous savez s'il est possible de réparer ce moteur défaillant?
Hey, Metal Man! If I report to this foundry, can my engine be fixed?
Your make is very obsolete. Repairing your engine would be not only impractical, but impossible. Report to the Steelwatch Foundry for immediate dismantling.
Yeah. Tell me something I don't know.
Et où se trouve-t-elle, cette fonderie?
The Steelwatch Foundry is off limits to visitors. This malfunctioning unit can escort itself back.
Amazing how the city can seem almost peaceful at times, knowing all that goes on out there.
All that goes on.
La voilà, cette fameuse fonderie.
Consider the numbers. Someone out there must be having the worst day of their life.
It's not a lie! If you would just listen, I could explain!
You have done quite enough explaining, Volotham Gadam. You have poisoned the very hearts and minds of these good, kind, gentle citizens with your lies, your delusions, your conspiracies. Though you hide behind a mask of stories, we have seen beyond the veil. We see what you really are. Fearmonger. Here! Attention seeker. Here! Agent of chaos.
Your parasite stirs in recognition. This man is infected.
Let the hells follow! Today, citizens, we rid ourselves of this cankerous sore. Today, we burn away all falsehoods. Today, we will be divided no longer, for today, we rise in truth.
Volo? Volotham Gedarm? This man is no enemy of the people. This man could not even hurt a mouse. I know. I have seen him try. Release this man at once.
What's this? Another heretic in our midst? Another mind clouded by the disruptor's lies? Another soul to cleanse? Well, we are nothing if not gracious. Let us see if we cannot lift the veil from their eyes too.
No! Please! No! steel!
Taking up position.
The secrets I would have taken to my grave if... Gods, I really thought I was done for. I suppose thanks are in order. Again, what's an heroic story without a little risking of one's neck, eh? And you know what they say, the bigger the story, the more people want to kill you for it. You of all people will, know what I mean. I'll, tell you what I know, but not here. Too many eyes, ears, weapons about. Meet me at your camp,
Children, you can't make us split up the family.
Faudrait que je trouve un moyen de m'infiltrer dans la fonderie. Ça a l'air d'être une rambarde. Peut-être que je peux entrer par le toit. Parfait, une fenêtre ouverte.
You are asking the impossible. Gyrometics require a steady hand and a sharp gaze. I can barely keep my eyes open. I need to rest.
You have a son, do you not? Is he as lazy and pathetic as his spineless mother?
Wait! Stay your hand, I beg you.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
Tell me, Gondian. Tell me about your son.
He's not... Yes, Overseer Holt. He's frail in body and mind like me, like all of us. Yet by your grace, he lives.
And your wife?
She was useless and interfered with production quotas. You were wise to remove her from this world. Forgive my outburst. I will work through the night. This watcher will be operational by dawn.
I will allow it. But if your work is anything short of impeccable, your son will die screaming. Is that clear?
Yes. Overseer Holtz.
Bon, il va falloir être discret.
It's a diagram of mechanical designs, not just written, but ridged, so that blind fingers can trace out their shapes.
Cause massive destabilization. Non gufgrish of the lore. Your nervous gait betrays your presence, stranger. You don't belong here. Who are you?
Je m'appelle Scar. Je suis ici pour détruire la garde d'acier.
What? Go away! Your presence imperils us all. If any of us attempts to escape, our kin will die. The Overseers, they have a contraption. When triggered, it will kill everyone who wears a collar.
Vous ne pouvez pas les retirer, ces colliers?
You underestimate the enemy. The Overseers, they are Glixbrand Rakthar. The collars are not only equipped with explosives, there is also a mechanism that alerts the Overseers if they're removed. One of us may be able to save themselves, but it would be at the expense of everyone else. We can't risk it.
Soulevez-vous tous ensemble, et ils ne pourront pas vous arrêter.
Even if we did somehow unshackle our collars simultaneously and overthrow our oppressors, there would be consequences. Our families are held elsewhere. The Overseers need only activate those contraptions they hold, and they suffer the consequences of our actions too. We cannot win. We must aid in building these Vagron.
Il existe toujours un moyen. Si je libère vos familles, vous vous révolterez contre vos gardiens?
Gungul. Aye. Even more, I'd help you destroy this place.
Où vos familles sont-elles retenues prisonnières?
I don't know where they are. But some of the Overseers must. You'll have to infiltrate deeper into the foundry. Just make sure you don't get caught. If they raise the alarm, they'll trigger the collars. I will pray for you. My daughter. Her name is Obilia. Gondral Frakas Hulnish. May Gond be with you.
Restricted area. Entrance only with Lord Gortash's permission. Violators will be executed.
À l'aide, par pitié! Les adorateurs de Bane ont pris nos familles en otage et les retiennent dans une prison sous-marine. Rejoignez le submersible eau. J'ai le plaisir de vous informer que nous avons trouvé un véhicule et un pilote pour amener tous les otages au trône de fer. Masrouge est un crétin impie, mais son amour de l'or est suffisant pour supprimer toute considération morale chez lui. Il fera l'affaire pour le moment.
Have you found them? Our families.
Je crois qu'elles sont retenues prisonnières au fond de l'eau.
That makes sense. The Bay Knights must have a way of getting to and from the prison. I suggest you search the docks. Help is coming, Obelia.
Pour le moment, il faudrait déjà que je sorte de cette fonderie.